A plane crash in Booneville this morning leaves one dead. And a shooting overnight, one man is dead and another injured. Plus, Missouri lawmakers want to tackle the state's loose ethics laws. KOMU 8 News First at 5 starts now. A plane crash in Booneville around 9 this morning leaves one dead. KOMU 8's John Zupan is live from the site of the crash with details about what happened.
I am here just off of Nancy Potter Road in Booneville, and as you can see behind me, there's the plane that went down around 9 o'clock this morning. Now, the interesting thing to note here is that right across I-70 is Jesse P. Vertle Memorial Airport. As you can see in this graphic, the site of the plane crash and the airport are not even a mile away. I-70 actually splits them. The plane is facing the airport from where it is sitting right now. 4 people were on board when the plane went down, and the pilot is the only one that died. The other 3 passengers were transported to University Hospital, and they are in stable condition. Now, I talked with a state trooper who says they'll be out here all night until the FAA starts their investigation. That investigation should take place sometime tomorrow. Reporting live in Booneville, John Zupan, KOMU 8 News.
Police are still investigating a homicide on Illinois Avenue that happened this morning. One victim has passed away and another is injured after shots were fired around 2 a.m. KOMU 8's Tatiana Darie joins us in the studio with the details.
When officers arrived at the scene, they transported the 2 gunshot victims to the hospital. Police have taped up the area at the corner of Colorado and Illinois Avenues, where Gaines Car Detailing, a car wash and detailing company, is located. Other businesses around the place were closed this afternoon. One woman who works at another nearby car wash says while she hasn't heard about similar incidents, the neighborhood can get a little dangerous.
I personally love working here. We both work at all locations. But the area can be a little creepy sometimes at night or early in the morning. I know we've had a couple break-ins throughout the years.
Another woman who was washing her car says she thought the area was pretty safe. The Columbia Police Department is urging anyone with information to call 573-857-TIPS.
Some Missouri lawmakers say they plan to reform the state's loose ethic laws. Currently, Missouri allows lawmakers to accept unlimited gifts from lobbyists and unlimited campaign donations. Lawmakers can also become professional lobbyists the moment they leave office. A Republican is leading the effort in the House, and a ballot measure seeking changes has been drafted in case lawmakers do not reach a decision. In news around the nation, the U.S. Coast Guard rescued 5 people off Oregon's coast yesterday. A 75-foot fishing boat sank off the Siletz Bay, some 100 miles southwest of Portland. A Coast Guard helicopter pulled 3 crew members to safety, while a Coast Guard boat rescued the other 2 crew members. Officials say the boat sank in about 420 feet of water with 2,000 gallons of diesel fuel on board. An investigation into that incident is underway. A Houston man is recovering in the hospital after driving his car through a construction site and falling 20 feet into a pit. The man ran several red lights in his pickup truck, sideswiped a car, and then crashed through a fence around a high-rise construction site. The vehicle fell more than 20 feet. Witnesses say several people nearby climbed down to rescue the man, who was unconscious but eventually woke up. Police are investigating what caused that accident as well. Hundreds of U.S. students arrived in the port of Havana on Saturday aboard a cruise ship on a rare opportunity to visit Cuba. The students are part of a program that takes U.S. college students around the world to experience firsthand the world they study. Cuba is still under an embargo by the United States and is on the State Department's watch list as a sponsor of terrorism. The American students went to lectures at the University of Havana on Cuba's economic reform, political system, and civil society. And in your world news today, Swiss voters overwhelmingly supported a new initiative to limit the number of immigrants in the country. The new initiative aims at reducing the country's ecological footprint by limiting the number of immigrants to about 17,000 annually. Swiss authorities have recorded about 80,000 immigrants every year, mostly from European Union countries. It was the second time within 9 months that voters decided to put a curb on immigration. People across Moldova flocked to the polls today as the country decides whether to strengthen its ties with Europe or Russia. The Moldovan prime minister was seen casting his ballot this morning in this high-stakes election. Citizens are deciding between re-electing the current pro-European coalition or choosing a party that wants strong economic ties with Moscow. Moldova's situation is similar to Ukraine's, with a group of pro-Russian separatists in its east. A Russian aid convoy arrived in the rebel-held city of Donetsk today. Several food trucks delivered much-needed food and supplies to residents in one of the city's small towns. The goods were unloaded at a rebel warehouse, and armed guards were on site to oversee the delivery. The mayor of the town said that the supplies would be distributed to those most in need. Hospital patients, school children, and the poor will receive top priority. Yesterday was absolutely beautiful, but those temperatures are on their way back down, so let's send it over to Amanda to see what the work week will look like.
We saw a very strong cold front move through earlier this afternoon, leaving temperatures across the area about 30 degrees cooler than what they were earlier this morning. We do see 39 in St. Louis, 26 in Kansas City right now. And as that cold front started to move through, we did see some increasing cloud cover as well, and that is sticking around for most of the evening tonight. It's slowly moving on its way back out, but those temperatures are staying very cool throughout those overnight hours. We are seeing lows right around 19 degrees. But if you stick around, we'll talk all about what to expect for the week ahead and what those cooler temperatures are going to look like.
$110,000 for early education was granted from the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. Find out how Fulton is putting that money to good use coming up in 10 minutes. And Officer Darren Wilson resigns from the Ferguson police force. We'll show you how the community is reacting. That story in 15 minutes.